Quick story time. We recorded a whole video. In the middle of me editing, my phone want to be a crackhead and tweak. Welcome back, bitches. This is my mother's sister.
Oh my God! Don't
That
start that
part
shit
I
again.
remember.
Don't start that shit again. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
This is my mother's sister. This is my beautiful sister.
Hello.
Hello, boy. Today's topic. First of all, yes, I'm wearing the same outfit. Yes, I am in the same spot. Yes, we just switched seats. Yes, he walked past again. But you know, it's all good. It's all good in the ghetto. So welcome back. Thank you, everybody who's been on my back. You know, don't want to point fingers about posting a video. I should have said that in the other video too. But yes, we're back. And today's topic is
LGBTQ.
LGBT.
Wow, I only just started having a sip of Henny, so I don't know what happened. Okay, let's start again. Hi. Today's topic is LGBTQA plus.
Okay. Alphabet soup. So yes, so I said so much in the last video, and she said so much, and I don't remember a lot of it. We're gonna have to thug it out. So, boom. How do you feel about the LGBTQA community?
We did talk about labels. So we started off that yes, I am an openly lesbian woman in a lesbian relationship. Been with my wife 12 years, married 8 years. So yeah, I guess she's not going anywhere. She's like a stray cat. I fed her one time and she just kept coming back non-stop. I love her.
You fed the cat.
So coming out for me was very different because there was only one openly gay person in our family. And he was, you know, obviously gay because he's a male. He was a male. He unfortunately passed. So he was the only openly gay person in our family besides me. So it was very difficult coming from a very Catholic family to come out and say, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is what makes me happy. Especially having a son. I feel like a lot of people, when you have kids and then get into a lesbian or gay or queer, you know, type of relationship, then it's like, well, that doesn't make sense because you had a kid, which I feel like having a kid and being gay has nothing to do. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you don't want to be a mom or a dad or whatever the case may be. So coming out was difficult. Surprisingly, I feel like our dad took it a lot better than I expected. He more had that attitude of like, whatever makes you happy, I'm happy. My mom was the one that took it the hardest. I don't know if it's like that typical thing that they talk about in social work where it's like, when you find out that your child is gay, you feel like it's a reflection of you as a parent. It's something that you did wrong as a parent. And I'm here to tell you that it's not true. That thing of like, oh, people become gay because they got molested from the opposite sex or whatever, so they become gay, not true. That may have happened to them, but it doesn't mean that contributes to you being gay. I feel like gay is a choice. Rather not a choice. Rather, you don't just wake up one day and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be gay." No, it's something that happens. It's something
tomorrow I'm gonna be gay.
Oh, right. Like no, it's something that it just feels natural to you. For whatever reason, you came in contact with the same sex person. And you're attracted to that person in a way, right? And it's in a way in which makes you feel comfortable, but at the same time, you also don't want to feel the shame or the backlash of your family. So, you know, going back to me coming out, having a son, the first thing my mom said was, "What are you trying to say? Was your son a mistake?" And it's like, wow, like you really said that? And it's like, okay. But you know, when generational things sometimes are hard to break. I feel like people follow generational things because they feel like that's what's safe for them, and they don't want to step out of the box. But at the end of the day, people have to learn to live in their truth, whatever that is for them. And it's okay to step out of the box. Yes, you're gonna get backlash. Yes, you're gonna get criticism, but you have to do it because it's gonna make you happy.
So I want to tap into what you said about the damn, what did you say?
Generational.
Yes, the generational thing. I think it's also like the era that they were born in. Mommy was born in what, like, my mama old, but she was born in like the 50s, right?
In the 60s.
In the 60s, whoa. She not old, but she old. But she old, no, she old. So back in the 60s, like, they was killing, well, they still kill people today, or like, you know, do things like that today for people that come out. But I feel like more in those days, it was like, even your family, like, everyone in your family turned their shoulder. You were like exiled from the family.
Yeah, you were bad.
So it's like, and then growing up in that era, it was like, oh, this is bad, this is wrong, you can't be gay, you cannot be a lesbian, you cannot. And then it's like, now we're more labels, and now that people are like openly gay or openly transgender or openly lesbians, it's like, I feel like it's not necessarily well, yeah, because back then that's a culture. So it's like a culture shock. It's like, whoa, how can we go from this to now everybody's accepting it? And I just feel like you don't have to accept it, but you have to respect it. Because at the end of the day, someone's sexual preference, someone's sexual identity, someone's sexual orientation is their sexual orientation, it's their sexual identity. It has nothing to do with you. It has no effect on you, I'm sorry. It has no effect on you. So why is it that people feel like it's necessary to criticize someone because of who they choose to love, who they choose to lay down with? And let's make one thing clear. Just because someone identifies or someone transitions and identifies as a male or female who was once born the opposite does not necessarily mean that they're going to be attracted to that same sex, or that they're attracted to a different opposite sex. No, excuse me, yes, that they're attracted to their same sex. Because a lot of people, from the stories that I've heard, a lot of the transition stories are always the same. I felt like I wasn't in the right body. I felt like I felt uncomfortable. I didn't feel like, they never felt like they didn't feel like themselves. They felt like they were like in someone else's body. So that doesn't necessarily mean that because a man transitions into a woman that she wants to be with women. No, and that doesn't necessarily mean that she wants to be with a man. Just like if a woman transitions to a man. Like, people just, I feel like this topic is something that people choose not to actually educate themselves on, and they choose not to like actually sit down with someone and have a conversation to understand why this is the way it is, or why something is called what it is. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, people just really rather bash you
because they're normal for them. Like, societal, it's like I said earlier, like, it wasn't okay to be different, and when you're different, that means you're bad, you're doing something bad. And culturally, that's what we tell our kids, and they grow up like, if a boy wants to play with a doll, it's like, no, you're supposed to play with army men because you're a boy, and that's what boys play with. And we already pushing these gender roles on children at an early age. But it's also because that's what we were done. Like, growing up, women were already being molded into being housewives. We buy them brooms and mops, we buy them babies, we buy them all of these things that comes from nurturing. Like, it's okay if a little girl wants an army man. Maybe she wants to go to the army.
It's okay if she
maybe
wants
she wants to you know, maybe she wants to be a cop. Like, we cannot assume that a daughter wants to have a baby. She has to have, you buy her a baby so she can be a mother. Like, we need to break those stereotypical type of situations. Like, we gotta break those curses. You know, like, if right now my son, which I know he's not gay, like, Lord knows, trust me, if you live in my house, you would know he's not gay. But like, if my son right now was to tell me that he's gay, I'm gonna love him. Why? Because at the end of the world is already against him. So why, as a parent, you're gonna be against your child as well? Because how they want to live their life is not what you want for them. We don't make children for us. We make children for the world. So when you have a child, your child is not for you. You are molding them for the world. So at the end of the day, what makes them happy should make you happy as a mom to say, you know what, I'm letting my child live in their true, in whatever is right, their true selves. And I think like also historically, there's been so many fights like with in the LGBTQ community. It wasn't until Stonewall riots where people were really starting to be recognized for what they were, where the LGBTQA community was able to have a safe space to express themselves through drag shows, through whatever is it that makes them happy. So, and that's where the first parade came from. In African American culture, and it's not to compare, but it's to give you similarities. Slavery, they had to fight for their freedom, and here we are years later where everybody's like, oh, the next best thing is LGBTQ. Now everything is LGBTQ. No, it's not about that. They want to be respected. If you are pansexual, you are human. At the end of the day, what you do in your bed has nothing to do with me. Live your life. I don't care. You want to have 3 girls, have 3 girls. But yes, as humans, we do judge. That is the God's honest truth. Like, we judge. So we have to take a step back within ourselves and say, okay, why am I judging this person? Is it for something that I was taught to do? Or is it something that it's truly like, no, this is not right? Because even psychologically speaking, in like the DSM-5, being gay was a mental illness years ago. And it wasn't until things started to progress where they took it out. And now they added gender, I forgot what the word is, but it has to do with like transitioning, like transgender, that now it's considered like a mental illness. And it's just crazy that people have to like consistently fight for like to live in their truth. Even like biracial couples as well, they had to fight because years ago they weren't allowed. Blacks and whites were not allowed to date. So just to go back, not to go so much off track, but as a parent, my son is 16 years old. Like, he goes through his struggles, whatever they are, and it's something that is gonna follow him for the rest of his life. So if he were to be gay, it would be like, wow, this is something else that the world is gonna judge him for and push him aside. But as his mom, I have to give him that strength and that knowledge to say, it's okay. Like, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna work this out and learn to, mold him and push him to have a high self-esteem, to love himself.
And then I feel like now people are saying, like, I think you touched on this a little bit, where they're like, oh, you want to push this. It's like they're basically saying like the media is trying to force feed like the LGBTQA+ community down their throats, and it's like, no. How many TV shows, like now, today and age, because I know there's plenty of people that watch my videos that are older, 21 or older. Rewatch Shrek. Rewatch all those old movies we used to watch. You're gonna hear so many like sexual innuendos in there, and it's just like, whoa, this is what we were watching.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, because there's a movie or a video or a
Disney
show
wants to make like a same-sex.
They're trying to force feed it.
Right.
No, they're not. This is the norm. This is normal. Whether you want to accept it or not, this is normal. It's just now people are more. They have more. What's the word? Like pride, and they have no. Because I don't want to say that.
More strength.
More strength. Yes, thank you. More strength to come out and be like, this is who I am, and if you don't like it, that's your business. And I respect it, because people shouldn't have to hide who they are. People shouldn't have to hide how they feel. People should not have to hide their real selves because they're afraid of how other people feel. They're afraid that they're going to get attacked, literally, like physically attacked. Because people really think like, oh, he's gay, I'm going to go beat his ass. Yeah, go try and watch him beat your ass.
Or you have this thing of like people saying, oh, she's gay, right? So I'm talking about a female, she's a lesbian. She she leans more towards the masculine, right? So she may cut her hair a certain way, she may dress a certain way. So now a man will come out and say, oh, I'm gonna beat her ass like she's a man because that's what she feels like she. And like, why? Like, why? Like, like you have to, you know, like, you have to. I'm a strong believer, like, you give respect to get respect. But at the end of the day, it's like, how much longer does a group of people be continuously downgraded and looked over because of societal roles? Because, you know, they say God created all men equally. There was never, even in the Constitution or these things, there was never a mention of women. Women had to fight for their rights. They burned their bras and all of these things in order to be where we are right now, in order to have jobs, in order to vote, and all of these things. So every group has fought in one way or another to be respected now or in the near future. So,
and then there's also this, back to what I was saying about like putting in the media. They try to make it seem like, oh, if my kid watches this, then oh, that's gonna make my kid turn gay. First of all, if you're taking a basic psychology class, a basic like intro to psychology, you know that from the age of when you're born to up about 7 or 8 years old is when you're learning who you are, you're learning your sexual identity, you're learning all of that. By the time you're 8 years old, you know whether you are attracted to women, whether you're attracted to men,
or both.
Or both, yes. You know whether or not you feel uncomfortable in your body. You know, like, and you may not know what it's called. You may not know it's, oh, I'm gay. You may not know it's, I'm lesbian. You just know you have a feeling.
Yep.
And you feel these feelings, but you don't know how to explain these feelings.
And it's up to your parent to really help you explore those feelings. And hopefully you get a parent who is smart enough, or I guess smart enough is the right, I'm not sure it's the right word to use, but like who is open enough, educated enough, and willing to explore those feelings with you. You understand? Like I've met through social media or in my life, like people that have said, oh my God, when my son told me he was gay, oh my God. And I don't know if it's like, you know, because there's that thing where it's like, if it's two men, it's like, oh, that's nasty, oh my God. But if it's two women, it's like, oh, that's sexy, because, you know, we can have threesomes. So it's like, and then with the whole bisexual thing, oh, they're confused. No, it's not about being confused. It's like, why can't you like chocolate and vanilla? Why can't you want chocolate and vanilla at the same time?
No, I like strawberry and vanilla.
Or whatever. Like maybe
I like chocolate, but not the chocolate ice.
Maybe you want sprinkles and caramel at the same time. Like, what does that matter? You like what you like.
Period.
And let me tell you, at the end of the day, like, a lot of people will never live their true self because they allow society and their families to dictate them. That's the truth, God's honest truth.
Unconsciously,
right? Unconsciously.
People really unconsciously, like, it may be minor things. It's like, okay, let me not, you know, whether like if you're gay, for example, it's like, let me not twitch too much when I walk. Because let's be honest, some gay men do, you know, and it's not like, oh, they're trying to be a woman. It's none of that. It's just you have this feminine energy in you. You get what I'm saying? So it's, well, there are gay men who aren't as feminine, but you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, there's some gay men who walk with a twitch. There's some gay women who walk with a little bop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, when I'm around my family, let me
I gotta man it up.
Tone it down.
I gotta man it up. Yeah.
I have to feminize myself a little more. I have to, you know, become a bit more masculine. Like, people shouldn't have to like make sure like they're making all these conscious movements or speaking in a certain way. So make sure like, oh my God, let me not do anything too much so I don't get questioned.
Yep.
And it's like,
let's be honest. Let's be honest.
I thought you like say who you are.
No, right? Like, say who you are. Live that truth. You nasty girl. Shame on you. Shame. Nah. But yeah, it's true. And I guess a good example could be like my wife. Like when she was born in the 70s. Yeah, she's old as fuck, but it's fine. You know, and in her time, it was not okay to be gay. It was something that she hid, even from her mom, even to the day she passed. She never had a conversation with her mom to tell her mom, Mom, I am gay. Yes, she brought girls home. Obviously, I'm here.
She was
But
coaching.
she, you know, she had her hair done. She would paint her nails. She would do her makeup. And all of this was to fit into these roles, to fit into this society in which you have to be a certain way. You have to dress a certain way, do a certain thing. So she decided, you know, one day she just decided, she's like, fuck this shit. She cut her hair short. She started wearing boxers. She started wearing, you know, jeans, you know. Thank God she don't hang. You know, them jeans are on the waist. Sag, rather.
Bitch said hang. What the
Wow.
fuck?
Wow. She hangs in the bathroom. She hangs in the bedroom only. But, you know, like, she doesn't sag, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, we just have to live life. You only have one life, and you don't want to be 80 years old in your deathbed saying, damn, I should have sucked that dick I really wanted to suck. I should have ate that coochie I really wanted to eat. Like, I should have had balls and the coochie in my face at the same time. Like, I don't know, whatever.
That's what you wanted?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
So, in conclusion, live your fucking best life.
Yes.
Live your life unapologetically.
Yep.
Live your life to make yourself happy.
Yep.
With no regrets.
That's right.
So I'm gonna go find me a girlfriend.
Listen, I'm here for that all day.
Hey!
I'm here for that all day.
And
And you don't have to get a butch. You could get a feminine girl.
I want a femme.
You know what I mean?
So if
whatever.
you cute, you little thicky dick.
Oh God.
Call me.
Oh God.
347.
Don't call me because I'm married. Don't call me. I'm sorry. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good.
If you want the rest of these numbers, you know, drop a call. No, I'm
Oh
just kidding.
boy. Don't call me.
I don't want none of that. I'm
married.
toxic.
Oh my God. So yeah, so I guess like to close it up, I said the best advice I could give to anyone who is, you know, feeling confused, feeling like they're, you know, like they're
alone,
doing something wrong, like they're gonna be going to hell, like their parents are gonna disown them. You know, it may be true. Your parents might disown you. I'm not gonna sit here and paint this beautiful picture for you. But you know what? Do you want to live in your parents' house and live their life, or do you want to live your life? That's your choice.
Hello.
You know, there's so many therapeutics outlets out there that you can, you know, so many resources right now for transgender, for LGBTQ, the door, oh my God, I can't remember them, but there's a few, you know, look them up, LGBTQ or lesbian, gay, you know, resources, look them up, get help, talk to somebody, help them sort out those feelings if unfortunately you can't go to your parents. Go to a cousin, go to a, you know, you'd be surprised the person that you least likely think that is gonna be there for you will definitely give you support, because it's not easy. It's not easy, and coming out to your family for some is not easy as well. But, and for the parents, honestly, love your child. Even if you don't accept it, you know, acceptance, I think, is about education. Like, educate yourself, whatever that means for you. Going to a library, asking around.
Everybody has phones.
Most importantly, right, and most importantly, everybody's situation is different. What works for you does not work for everybody else. But at the end of the day, live the life that you want to live, not the life that people want to live, that want to live for you. Like, you have to live with your decisions, not your mom, your dad, because they live their life. You have to live yours. So peace and love. Stay safe during this coronavirus. I'm unfortunately an essential worker, so I'm out there as well. I work in a hospital, so for all those essential workers out there, stay safe. We in this together. You know, take care of your mental health. Not too much drinking like I've been doing, but you know, whatever. Talk to your friends, talk to your family. You know, whatever is your whatever is gonna make you kind of de-stress and get your mental in check, do that. It's hard, especially for the babies, because they don't understand what's going on. But you know, and for parents of children with disabilities, because they definitely don't understand what's going on. But love you guys. Peace. Bye.
So yeah, because I
was
wasn't
not
done.
bye. Okay, my bad.
Because you was just
My bad.
But I want to like take it back back into time, you know, back in the days. Nah, but when you said about like find someone to talk to, I may not know you personally, but you can DM me, you can reach out to me, and I can be like an ear for you, you know. If you and you said some places that they could look for.
Yeah.
I'll look for some places and I'll like put it in the description box. You know? Now we could peace and love.
Yes.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, watch respectfully, because I will respectfully block you.
Ooh.
Thank you.
That's that Pisces energy.